Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Aviation Master livestream. This is our first time in this channel flying the Flight Factor 757, and what a better way to do it than fly into New York City. That's what I thought, at least. I really like the New York area, it's super nice. And today we're going to be checking out some pay-aware scenery at New York City, which is going to be JFK, New York, which is, it's not super nice, but it does the job. And we don't have any custom for Chicago. I was trying to pick up JFK, but I was kind of hesitant on that, hence my experience on New York. So let's go ahead and hop on the cockpit and start everything up. Fly with Rev, welcome to the stream, Mr. Puppy and Flight Simmer. Welcome all of you to this stream. I have my 767 checklist there just in case I need to use that as reference. But I think we've got everything pretty nailed already. Battery on, standby power auto. Alright, let's get the bus ties and utility buses. I always like to get my generator contactors on as well, just because I don't like to forget those before pushing back. That's set. We don't need the APU. Position lights, whoops, position lights, local lights, IRS. And we can bring this up to heading in STS. Hold on a second. No, I didn't forget my mic was muted. I just kept it muted. United, hold on, 4:53, departing Chicago. Arriving JFK. I'm just setting up my sim brief plan. That's why I'm keeping it muted. Alright, sits 54. That's fine. Let's go ahead and we're gonna save that to our charts folder, and then hold on, let's check our data is good. Chicago to JFK. Okay. Geo001, welcome back. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. I'm not gonna put some background music just yet. I'll do that when we're off the ground. I just go all the way up here and go up one directory, charts. That should refresh the charts folder so that we can go all the way down, grab our Chicago to JFK flight plan. We're gonna be United. Okay. Says still the 737 one.
So, it seems to be colder than usual here.
Just got the cabin warmer then. Let's see if I've got my flight plan on my charts folder. Yes, I do. Might do a flight later on this week from Tampa to New York. Awesome. Tampa is super nice. I flew there yesterday from Tampa to Miami. No, that wasn't yesterday. That was before yesterday. Yesterday I flew from Miami to Providence. That was a 2-hour 48-minute flight. 2-hour 49 minutes actually. Okay. Let's go to charts and let's look for Chicago to New York here just to make sure that our flight plan is fine. Actually, I'm gonna go down here. There we go. Okay, that's totally fine. We can just generate a new here it is. This is the PHP, the briefing.php. We can just put that back in our charts folder. You'll be back in a bit. Alright, no problem. Let's go ahead and replace that. There we go. Now we should see this. Charts. Go all the way down. And there it is. Chicago to JFK. There it is. United 248. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. History. Okay. There's the briefing. It says the aircraft is 757-200. JFK 757. Let's just do that. Save it as a new chart name, so that we can find it. Let's try this one more time. This you know, Avatar's just being really stupid. This didn't happen yesterday. Okay, let's go all the way down here. There it is. That should be it. There it is. United 453, 757-200, and we need about 9,271 kilograms of fuel. Since we need 9,300, I'm just gonna put in 10,254. Well, 10,254. And for cargo weight, we could just do 5,440. Passenger number 117. Optimize center of gravity. Let's go ahead and do that again. Okay. And we've got the doors open. I think we've got everything. So let's go ahead and load the plane. Wait a minute. Avionics. Ah, okay, good. We got that enabled. Every time, like, I don't have the PIP FMC enabled, I always panic. Because the PIP FMC is really useful. It has the V speeds, the ref V speeds already set there, so yeah. If that were enabled, we'd have to unload the plane and all that stuff, and that's not fun. Let's go ahead and enter JFK flight number. Let's go ahead and bring that up again. United 453. I always like to make sure. Okay, United 453, runway for departure, 10 left. and activate that. Departure arrival. Let's go ahead and it's always good to double select 10 left so that we've got, okay, we don't have any SIDS and that is accurate. Let's go ahead and execute that and immediately just head over to route and enter the waypoints. We've got Duffy, and that's waypoint. Captain Jarrett, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. How was your day? We got Echo Lima X-ray. Yeah, we got Hack. HAAKK. Hotel Alpha Alpha Kilo Kilo. And then we've got Dotsie. There we go. And DXO and then JHW. Okay, Dotsie and then DXO. Okay. I'm gonna go DXO. Then JHW. Let's go ahead and click on that. Juliet 70. And then we're gonna go Lima Victor Zulu. There we go. Whoops. That was my bad. That's, I think Lima Victor Zulu is the transition into Lendy Sits runway 31 left arrival. So we're going to go departure arrival, index, JFK arrival, and we're going to do 31 left, Lendy Sits. So ILS 31 left, Lendy Sits arrival, transition. Oh, I guess I was wrong. There is no transition for that arrival, I guess. Anyways, we're going to go to legs. There we go, discontinuity right before Zach's there. And we don't have any vectors. I usually delete the vectors because I just follow the flight plan because VNAV does all the descent stuff. I know it's a little boring, but yeah. If I were to be on VATSIM, I would have to leave those vectors on. But since we're not on VATSIM this time, we're gonna leave. We're gonna make sure we don't have any of those. Alright, I've got my Bravo quadrant on my left hand side. Gotta make sure that all of these are working. Okay, just realized I've got the profile. I think I've got the profile loaded in for the 737. The MCP wouldn't work if that's the case. So we're gonna go here, profiles, flight factor 757 V2 throttle load, and activate current profile. I'm gonna close that up. Honeycomb. Reload bindings, and there we go. Let's see if that works. There we go. We've got the profile loaded up for the Bravo MCP. All right, let's go ahead and okay. We've got IRS aligned. I'm not sure about the. Okay, the plane has been loaded. We have a center of gravity of 23. Just gotta make sure so that when it enters the stuff on the takeoff, we make sure that that information is accurate. Okay, so we need about 9,300. So since we have 10.3, we have 1,000 kilograms of reserves, flight level 370, and our cost index is gonna be 25 today. Takeoff, flaps 5, thrust takeoff, center of gravity 23, trim 4.2. And we are going to get those V speeds in, V1, VR, and V2. So V1 today is going to be V2 minus 9, so I gotta make sure that I remember that. And VR is going to be V2 minus 5, so that's all set. I'm going to go up here and test the GPWS. Alright, that works just fine. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and set up our MCP here. Flight director's on. And I am going to leave V2 as it is there. Nice, we've got advanced rain effects on this plane, which is super nice. The Zevo 737 lib rain is kind of weird looking, at least the one it brings. Let's go ahead and arm the auto throttle. I'm going to set the cruising altitude to 37,000 feet. Of course, I could do that with my Bravo, but it's a little bit slow. So let's get VNav and LNav, VNav and LNav armed. I'm gonna go over to heading mode on my Bravo here, and that could be slow. I'm not sure though, but we're gonna see actually departure runway heading, runway departure heading, departure runway heading, whatever. And it's gonna be 10 left, so we're gonna be heading 94 degrees magnetic north. I'm setting that on my MCP here. Okay, 94, right? Okay, yeah, 94. 94, and the course we're going to be setting after departure, of course, in terms of ILS and stuff. Out on mode has been activated, and we're going to do the safety briefing thing for the passengers. APU start. And it set the decision height -20, 0. Do the same on this side. -20 and back to 0. I'm gonna go map range 20, and let's go ahead and check our flight plan here real quick. Okay, we're gonna go to legs. Duffy, LC, .C, DSO, Nazi to Max, Matthew, Lima Victor Zulu, Landy, LaGuardia, and that's Zax, Meals, and then JFK. And then that's our go around path right here on Chant. So, our flight plan's looking awesome. We're gonna go ahead and bring that back to map mode, and bring the range down to 10. That should do it. Alright, APU is running. I'm gonna call better pushback.
Ground cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
That should do it.
Ground cockpit, so it's starting up.
Just look at those rain effects. Damn, I haven't seen those in a long time. Alright. APU generator is running. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect external power. Close the left front door, ground. Pushback truck in operation. We can just remove all of these. DPU, fuel truck, passenger bus, all that stuff. I'm gonna go through my checklist for before pushback. Alright, okay, so pre-flight battery, semi-power, external power, okay, yaw damper, switches, mercy lights, okay, trimmer, flaps, alternate flaps, sleeper, radio control panel set, FMC, MCP, QNH, APU gen, APU start on. Alright, now all we need to do pretty much is get those fuel pumps on. You don't have any fuel in the center tank, so we're just going to use left and right, forward and aft fuel pumps. I'm going to turn the packs off, and I'm going to get that APU bleed running so that our engines start without a problem. Let's go ahead and go up here. Okay, we're ready to go. Alright, awesome. Alright, door is closed and armed. Lights are fine. Up here, lights are also fine.
So connected and flight staff then in service. Release parking brake.
Alright, let's get the parking brake out of the way.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Okay. Let's grab Chicago ATIS, which is 135.4. So 135.4.
Chicago O'Hare INTL Information Zulu. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind 110 at 6, RVR 1700, rain. Sky conditions 400 overcast, temperature 1, dew point 0. Altimeter 2971. Arriving runways 10 center, 09 left, 10 right.
RVR
Departing runways 10
1700.
left, 09 center. Advise on initial contact, you have Zulu.
Alright, we have Zulu. We're going to go ahead and switch that to standby. And start engine number 1. There it is. Alright, N2 is rising. We're gonna wait for it to be at least 22% N2 so we can introduce fuel to the first engine. 22%, there it is. There's engine number 1 starting up. Alright. I really like these rain effects. You don't see these in a lot of planes.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, we're gonna set the parking brake
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
and wait for that engine to continue to, finish up spooling up. And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab position height for runway 31 left at JFK. We want that information. Hold on. JFK. Alright, so we've got FSS, ATIS, elevation 12 feet above mean sea level. So we're gonna set that up here. We're gonna tell this guy to disconnect. So we're gonna do 12 above mean sea level. Okay, approximately 10, because the next value is 20 and that is nowhere close to 12. So yeah. Okay, let's review the EFIS.
White captain has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Engine shutdown. Okay, all of that is normal. Got GRD here. We're gonna wait for the engine number 2 to start spooling up here. 22% N2, and then we can introduce fuel to the engine. Okay, JFK. What was I gonna look for? I was gonna look for the decision height, which is found on, I think, the arrival, which is 96. If it's not, then it's probably just the approach charts for the ILS. Oh wait, I think it's just the approach charts for the ILS. I mean, if you think logically, it should all be here. So decision height about 210. That's what I'm gonna round it off to. 210 for decision height. I'm gonna set this on the co-pilot side as well. 210. And final approach course 314, localizer 111.35, Mills 1800. That's our final approach altitude, which we're not going to be setting up yet. Okay, the APU is running. We don't have any issues here. The bleeds are fine. Hold on. Let's go up here to the overhead. Get those packs running. Our auto rate. There we go. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and shut down the APU. APU isolation valve can come off. We've got our engine bleeds on, and those are giving us some PSI there. Okay, where's the better pushback guy? I think he already cleared. Alright. Not a problem. Okay, before taxi checklist, I'm going to bring that up right here. Before taxi engine start switches, continuous. So we're going to go continuous ignition on those. APU off. APU, okay, left and right isolation off. That's for the 7-sits. We only have one isolation, so that is off. APU gen, left and right VOR, DME, auto. That's all are set. Recall checked. Auto brakes RTO. Okay, we're gonna go recall. FMC message, parking brake, APU gen off. Okay, recall. Okay, good. And auto brakes RTO, stabilizer trim, flaps 5. Flaps are coming down to 5. Let's make sure that those are at 5 because I've got my flaps down thing to my Bravo quadrant. Okay, speed brakes set, EFIS control panel set, WS radar WS, flight controls check, taxi light on. Okay, we are going to go back up here to check our flight control, so we're going to go to the status page real quick. I'm going to get that taxi light on. And I'm going to adjust my chair real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna move it to the right a little bit. There we go. Alright, so we've got left aileron, neutral, right aileron, neutral, forward, neutral, back, neutral, full left, neutral, full right, neutral. Alright, flight control checklist complete. All our flight controls are functioning as they should. We are going to go ahead and taxi over to runway 10 left. I'm going to bring up my charts for the runway. Thank you guys for 6 likes. We've passed that 5 like goal and we haven't even taxied to the runway yet. Thank you guys so much for that support. I really appreciate that. Anyways, 666 elevation. Okay, we don't really need to keep that in mind too much. I'm just gonna bring my airport charts so that we can go over to runway 10 left. Okay, so this is, yeah, we've got 27 center, 27 left, 28 right, 28 center, 28 left. 10 left is actually, okay, we're gonna taxi via Bravo, Alpha, and hold short at Zulu. So we can go ahead and get that route planned and taxi over to the runway. So it's this taxiway right here. That's Bravo Kilo Delta Kilo Charlie Bravo Alpha Zulu. We're just gonna follow this one down. I'm actually gonna go further than Alpha 12 and go down to Bravo to where it says November, via November, and then Zulu. Because it's closer and it's gonna be easier for us to hold short. Alright, flaps are set. Let's go ahead and check that. Alright, awesome. Let's check out some wing views real quick. These look super nice in my opinion. Also the liberating effect, very well done. From Flight Factor. Oh my god, I said the time speed thing. Okay, hold on. How to set X-plane. Time acceleration, visibility. Okay, hold on. Let me just go up here. Keyboard. Time. Whoops. Time. Date a little earlier. Time acceleration. Okay. Does anyone know which binding the time acceleration thing is at? Control T. Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know if that is accurate. Let's go ahead and test that out with chrono. Okay, time is fine now. I think I screwed that up. I don't know. I think I accidentally clicked on Control T, and that's why the time was like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and taxi over runway 10 left. Toe brakes check. Those are working. Bring my mic a little tiny bit closer because I gotta move my chair back since my rudder pedals are a little bit closer than they should be, just so that I have a little bit of spacing with that. If any of you guys can hear me, my voice lower than usual, please tell me and I'll raise that mic volume up. Alright, I'm gonna bring up my charts here. We can turn left here and then, okay, yeah, I got it. Now get that throttle up. We've got our flaps set, nose lights are on, brakes, RTO, all those are fine. I'm gonna come up here, make sure everything is good to go. Elevation, landing elevation is set. Down here, okay. We should be all set. Alright, we're coming up on November, so we're gonna go November all the way down to Zulu, and then hold short there for runway 10 left. Alright, we're gonna go throttle up here. I wish I could set up that throttle cam for you guys, because I've got my Bravo here, and I've been trying to set up a throttle cam, but I unfortunately was not able to do that because I literally have nowhere to set it up. So yeah, whoops, I'm getting off center line a little bit here. Gotta make sure we are right on the center. Bring the throttle up a tiny bit here. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and continue on with this taxi. Throttle can come back. We should be right on track here. We're on November, taxiing all the way down. Go ahead and check out that nice outside view. Just look at this 757. It looks super nice in my opinion. That's my favorite thing about the 757, the fuselage. It's just super nice. Awesome looking fuselage. Alright, let's go here. There we go. We've got that sorted out. Let's go ahead and bring the throttle back. Actually, let's bring it up a little bit. This kind of looks like an uphill sort of taxiway, because we're taxiing pretty slowly. I mean, at the same time, we are pretty heavy, so it's understandable that we're taking a little bit more time to get to runway 10 left. That's understandable. Let's go ahead and check where we are in terms of, okay, so we're almost on the second to last November. Then here's the last November, and then there's Zulu, and that's the holding point for 10 left. We're just gonna line up immediately since we're not online, we're not on VATSIM, so we don't necessarily have to hold short or anything. We can just do it our way. Anyways, I'm gonna bring up my before takeoff checklist right here on my phone. Okay, transponder, TARA, MCP, auto throttle, that's set. TARA, and we are ready to go. There we go. Cabin and crew apprised. See if we have that thing here for the PA. There we go. We have seats for takeoff. Alright. Speed's coming up a little bit. Alright, we're coming up on the last November. So we're about to get to the runway. Alright, let's see. Do we have visuals with a holding point? Alright, there's the runway. That's Zulu all the way down. This is November, and then Zulu left, right. And yeah, there it is. That's Zulu. So we're gonna be there in a sec. As soon as we're approaching the holding point area, we're gonna get our external lights set. And okay, my transponder is already set, so we don't really have to worry about that. Seems like we have some overcast, low ceilings here at Chicago. Weather's looking pretty nasty today. Okay, external lights can come on. Strobes can come on. I am going to go all the way over here. Runway turnoffs, and let me get that other runway turnoff. There we go. Whoops. Veered a little bit off track here. And we are near the threshold of runway 10 left. Let's go ahead and line up here. Alright, external lights are set, logo lights on, signs on. We're ready for departure. Alright, lining up. Great. I'm gonna get a little bit more lined up here. Right before these landing zone markings here. I'm gonna set the brakes. Let's look at that outside view. So much fog and clouds, and the weather is looking. I hope New York is better than this. I am near the Chicago area in real life, so I can confirm that this is literally how it looks like outside right now. Cool, I'm about to release an X-Plane vid right now. Awesome. if you want, you can join our Discord server and tell us when that's released. It's going to be in an Explain live stream. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. Let's go ahead and check that we are ready to go. Okay, oh, wait a minute. I know why it says FMC message. I have to clear this IRS nav only. There we go, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. Anyways, we're ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and hit the clock here. Go ahead and go 40%. Wait for that thrust to stabilize. And toga. Alright, airspeed alive. Kind of compensate with some left rudder there. 80 knots. Alright, about 100. Alright, and I think we've already passed V1 by a lot. Rotate. Alright, positive rate. Gears coming up. I see nothing outside. I'm gonna go ahead and check the range here. Okay, we're gonna go straight at about 20 miles. Whoa, we're climbing pretty quickly. Alright, gear off. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna turn to the left here. Alright. Flaps are coming up. I'm not gonna go to the 210 clean procedure. We're already pretty fast. Alright, we're gonna watch out there for the 250 limit there. I just realized we're not climbing, so we gotta pitch up a little. Alright, turn to the right here. Are those Rolls-Royce engines or Pratt & Whitney? These are Pratt & Whitneys, I think. Alright, autopilot on. Awesome. Get those runway turn-off lights off. And finally, we can see some clouds there. It's a really rainy day here at Chicago, for sure. Is it an Airbus A320? No, this is a 757-200, my friend. Alright, Rev, I'm actually going to check that with you here just to make sure that we are indeed. Okay, yeah. Pratt & Whitney engines. Okay, let's make sure that flaps are up. Spoilers disarm. Up to 37,000 feet we go. We've got some clouds there to show off, I guess. Alright, auto brake off. Those lights are going to come off at 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and keep going. Alright, we're not seeing any rain up here. We're breaking through the clouds. Getting up to our cruising altitude. It's going to be a 1 hour 29 minute flight, by the way. Up to New York City. JFK. You would see the city a little bit more if you were to go over to, say, LaGuardia. But New York City isn't that. Doesn't show as much city. Alright, let me put some music here so that the ambient is not as boring. Don't worry about those are just liberating effects from the rain. Those should clear out in a second. I'm gonna get the wipers to get those cleared off. Alright. Alright, 9,200 feet. We're just gonna get all the way up to 37,000 feet. Alright, coming up on Duffy on 20 miles. Yeah, we're gonna reach our top of climb at about Hawk, which is a little bit more than 80 miles. It's gonna be a slow-ish climb. Alright, we're past 10,000, landing lights can come off. And, okay, auto on the engines, and seatbelt signs can come off. Mate, does this look like an A320 to you? No, Alright, let's continue our climb up to 37,000 feet. I am going to be setting the ILS frequency right now. I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of the time we've got. I'll cruise here. Okay, we've got JFK, localizer. I've got my nav1 tuned here on my Logitech radio, so I'm just going to take that up to 111.35, and I'm going to set that on my nav. And my course is going to be, actually I'm going to go down here to my Bravo. Course, final approach course is going to be 314. It kind of did when he was still on the threshold. You probably just saw the outside view, not really the cockpit. I would confuse a 757 with an A321 if I glanced at it for like half a second. It wasn't so clear since there was fog. Yeah, maybe he just saw the outside view. Okay, 314. There we go. Great. We've got our ILS set, so we don't really have to do that once we are upon arrival at New York City. Alright. Continue climbing up. We're at about 14,000. Actually, let's go ahead and turn the music down. Actually, let's just leave it like that. Alright. Let's continue to climb up. We're at 15,000. We're about to turn on Duffy here. Actually, let's go ahead and get that range down to see how far we are. Approximately 5 miles away from Duffy. Oh, there's an ad. I'm gonna go ahead and mute that just in case. Alright, we're approaching transition altitude as well, which is 18,000 feet. And we are going to go standard on the barometer as soon as we do so. Go ahead and recall. No FMC message. I mean, yeah, we don't have any FMC message since we cleared that from the other one right here on the co-pilot side. So we should be fine on that. Alright, 16,000, just about 2,000 feet to go so that we can go standard barometer on a transition altitude. We're about to turn on Duffy here. We're going to go ahead and make the turn here. About 8 minutes into the flight. And top of descent isn't until another a little bit more or more than 160 miles. I don't know how the Boeings determine how far you are, like besides the range on the EFIS. On Airbus, it tells you down here, like, oh, you're this far from top of descent. On the Boeing, I don't see that. Go ahead. Alright. 18,000, almost. We're going to go ahead and go standard on the barometer here. Altitude disagree, that's because not all of the altitude indicators are set to standard. So as soon as we do that, you see the message disappears on the EFIS. Let's continue up. We're about 10 minutes after, and we're at 19,000 feet. Just about 18,000 more to go till 37,000 feet. Then we're gonna cruise, and then I could, well, I don't know. Let's go ahead and check out the cabin. I haven't really done that for all of the liveries. This one doesn't appear to have a custom one, but for the 7.5, it's not like super fancy. As you guys can see, it's just, let's go ahead and close the door there. We've got our business class cabins here. These don't open, of course. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of business class. And then moving down, we've got a lavatory, which doesn't open either. And we've got our main cabin all the way down. They even modeled the air conditioning controls here, which are controlled inside the cockpit, not really here. They aren't modeled here. As you can see, it's just blue all the way down to the aft cabin. And actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the aft cabin. I'm kind of curious to see what's in there. So we've got 4 lavatories on this aft side of the aircraft. These are NRMs for these are well textured looking restroom doors. Here's the aft cabin. As you guys can see, if you got the coffee maker, you can find these on the forward cabin as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this cabin, and I'm not sure if these tray tables or anything are actually open or anything. I don't think they do. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the cabin and deny entry. Let's go ahead and go auto on the doors. Heard that on the Flight Factor 7.5 there was like some thing here, like screen thing to play Pong or something. It was, I'm not sure. I think that's just on the Flight Factor 7.5. They coded some sort of thing to add to it. Alright. $23,012 minutes into the flight. See if the music is still running. It's good to see that there's an entertainment system in the jet. Yeah. Sadly, it's not actually modeled as an entertainment system. Well, let me just bring the music volume all the way up. Let's see. There it is. No, the one after that. There we go. We've got. There we go. Finally works. Okay, Flight Simmer, welcome back. We are passing 24,000 feet for our 370 cruise flight level. These songs just bring back memories. Alright. Okay, so final approach 1,800 feet. I don't know where we're headed for. ELETs. We're right on ELETs actually. So the next one is Hack, and then Dietzo, and then all the way down to JH. We can barely hear the music. It's just the wind noises. Hold on. Is that better? Okay, okay. I need a new streams playlist. Like, I play the same musics all the time. There's only like 13 of them. Hold on. Stream safe lo-fi. You did have like. Why do I feel like the windscreens are a bit dark? The windscreens? Which windscreens? These ones? Damn, you're not wrong in the song. I know, right? I think it's supposed to be a dirt effect on the plane. Possibly. Okay. So I'm gonna go over to my simbrief.php thing again to check exactly how much time it's to JFK. It says airtime 120, well, not 129, 1 hour 29 minutes. Let's see, specific waypoints, Juliet Hotel Whiskey, and then all the way down to Hot Sea. By the time we're at Lima Victor Zulu, we're technically already approaching. Those ones, yeah, a little bit dark. You can check in the tablet. I think you can change it through there. Let me just go ahead and check the EFB here. Now we've got the odds. I'm gonna go ahead and change those. Alright, operations. I think it's... Okay, let's see. Airplanes. Reflections. What if we change reflections? Tune reflections down, or effects? The intensity of the effects in the cockpit. I don't think it's that. Because as you can see, it's all perfect here. It's look like a perfect looking EFIS, and then you add that, and then there's like so many effects. I don't like that, the way that looks. Actually, let's bring this down a little bit. I don't like that effect. It's weird. Reflections. Ah, there it is. See, you turn reflections on it, and it's darker. When you turn them down, it's a lot lighter. Should we keep it like that, or just down a little bit more? Stupid odds, come on, finish. 2 more seconds. Okay, let's put the music after that. Okay, there we go. No, this music is so nostalgic. This just brings back way too much. Okay, top of climb at Botsy. That's a long time. Like, 40 miles. Alright, sorry, my mom came in, so yeah. I think it's a little bit loud there. I'm gonna turn it down. There we go. Yeah, this definitely looks so much better than that. That explains a lot of things. You keep it on minimum. Let's see how minimum looks like, actually. Let's go ahead and come over here. Whoops. Airplane. Effects. Wait, no, reflections. If it's on minimum, basically have a completely... clear window, sort of. You barely have no reflections on the window here. Well, hold on. Maybe adding a tiny little bit won't hurt. How do you guys want it? What do you guys recommend? Because I'm honestly fine with whatever you think. I actually never noticed that problem about the dark tone thing. I always just flew with it. Let's go ahead and, okay, top of climb in about 20 miles. Let's go ahead and get the range down a tiny bit. Right on Dotsy there. Okay, so we're not really aware of when we're gonna start descending, really. About 31,000 feet, 10 miles. So that's pretty fine. That's fine. I'd recommend the minimum because it's more clear. Let's go ahead and do that then. I mean, there is like literally no difference between, like, not that much difference, like super significant. Like, for example, this to this. Well, this is more significant, but compare this to this, I don't know. You know what? Let's keep it like that. I don't have a problem. And yeah, it's important to have a better view of everything around. So yeah, more clear would definitely be a lot better. Alright, less than 10 miles. About 5 miles till our top of climb. Wait, Flight Simmer, how's that thing that Sim Aviator does on the points and stuff? The SimJet miles and stuff? That's pretty cool. Maybe I could try and figure out and do something like similar to that with Streamlabs bot. Alright, we're turning on Dotsy here. Holy crap. 142 knots of tailwind? Jesus Christ. No clue how he does it. I'm actually gonna go to the Streamlabs dashboard real quick. Streamlabs. Let's see, dashboard.streamlabs or something. Dashboard. And Streamlabs dashboard. Let's see. Okay. So. Oh, okay, what do you want? That's true. Like, let's turn it on for a bit. Anyways, let's see. It says brand essentials, all widgets, themes and overlays. I think it's some sort of CloudBot to moderate and more. Ah, here it is, CloudBot. Okay, so we've got betting, the betting page, add betting profile, title, aviation master, options, I think this is for the butter thing. I think that's how he did it for the butter thing. Loyalty. There it is. Oh my god. Go to settings to customize your loyalty system. Okay, loyalty system. Loyalty name. So what should we name our loyalty system? I'm gonna name it stream. Wait. I'm just gonna name it miles. Interval points per interval. Let's go ahead and do 10 points. Payouts to active users. Let's do 20 for active users, and to live users we could do 10. Actually, let's just do intervals in 5 minutes. That's more fair. Event payout. Donations. Streamlabs. I'm gonna give 1,000 miles to any donators. Anyways, we're gonna go over to users, search user. I'm gonna test with airborne. Alright, search user. I'm gonna search for flight simmer. Simmer 7700. See if he shows up. Add points to all viewers. Actually, I'm gonna add 50 points to everyone to see how that works. Q to 50 loyalty payout. Don't forget to mod Streamlabs by going to your. Okay, yeah, I think I already did that. I did I did that like 4 times or something. I'm not really sure how many times I've done that, but I did that so many times I actually... hold on. Where is it? I think it's settings, moderator, wait, community, and... moderator, approved users, remove, moderators. Yeah, Streamlabs is already added as a moderator. Let's go ahead and go here. Let's refresh this CloudBot page. Hold on, let's go here. Betting, timers, quotes, whoops. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the music there. Alright, we're at about 37,000 feet. I didn't notice that. We're turning towards DXO, and let's go ahead and check the range here. JWH. Alright, top of descent in a little bit more than 160 miles. Well, Aviation Master, I don't think that's how it works. I was just doing a betting thing. The betting thing, like for example, if I were to add a betting profile, win something. Your option is A320, 737, A320, 737, command. Let's go ahead and add that. Wait, that's our option 1. A320, command, Airbus. 737, command, Boeing. All lowercase. I don't know if it's case sensitive. Done. Okay, start bet. Okay, let's see if that shows up. Time elapsed. Does that show up? I am not sure. So I gave everyone 50 points to bet something. I'm not really sure how this works, but I'm gonna try with betting for Airbus. So what's your guys' favorite planes to fly? I really like the Tolis A319, and the Flight Factor 757 is also one of my favorites. It flies really nicely. Personally, really like how it works. In S-plane, Airbus, and Boeing aircraft, It's hard to decide which one would be my favorite. I guess I'd say the Tolis A319. That would be my favorite. Alright, bet Airbus 10. Okay, hopefully that works. I'm not really sure if that's how it works, like specifically. I'm gonna pin this message. I think you're supposed to do that. And that's why my favorite is probably the Tolis A319 or the FlyJ Sim 732. That's nice. Okay, I'm gonna use the command thing. Isn't it supposed to like return a message that you bet something? I think that's how it's supposed to be, right? Bet Airbus 10. Hold on. Airbus. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so I bet something. Let's see if it returns a message. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, but yeah. This is just a testing thing. This isn't really like any sort of competition. I'm just testing this bot thing. I'm actually gonna do it for the landing rate. So like if you guys pick a certain landing rate, I'm gonna start the betting thing for this landing. That's how I'm gonna test it. Your best is the Airbus A380. That's nice. Which Airbus A380? The Peter Hager one? Because if you're flying on X-Plane, then I think the only A380 like that's actually payware is the Peter Hager that I'm aware of. Well, it says nobody bet. Okay. Nobody. Okay, on my Streamlabs dashboard, it says nobody bet on anything. It's really weird. Is there a good one for X-Plane? The Peter Hager one is like, I'm not sure. I personally like. I've seen it on streams and people say it's like terrible, but I'm not sure how people like determine that on personal experience. Well, I wouldn't say it's terrible. I'd just say that for $60 I expect more from a payware. That's just what I personally would think if I were to buy that. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the fly-by-wire A380 and fly that one if I were to want to fly the A380 in sim. Okay, let's go ahead and cancel betting and refund everyone. Yes. Start bet. Okay, try again. Unpinned message. Depends on the controls in PC, I guess. Betting has been canceled and everyone was refunded. The reason I refunded everyone is because literally nothing showed up on the dashboard. So I'm gonna try again and see if... disconnected. Alright, there we go. Now it works. Loyalty. That's not working. I know. Like, I'm trying to get it working, but like, even if you were to put the commands here, actually, I'm gonna try something. I'll remove Streamlabs as moderator and add him again. Hold on, YouTube channel, there it is. Streamlabs, and there it is, Streamlabs. Save. Let's try that again. Let's close the bet and let's open it again. Let's see if it works. The bar rate? I'm not really sure. Actually, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna look up on Google if anyone has done this differently, because I think I'm setting it up properly. Let's see. Streamlabs betting not working. Okay, here it is. Manually starting a bit in the command window. What? You can find the manual betting instructions in the documentation. After this, it worked fine. Okay, so it says manual betting, but where are the instructions though? Okay, I'm gonna look for that. Chatbot Discord, thanks for your reply. Okay. I'm looking for specific instructions. Here's this video on setting up betting on your stream. We're gonna take a look at that. Let's check how far we are from top of descent. We're at about 160 miles. I'd say 140 actually would be a more accurate estimate. Okay. So here it is. How to set up betting Streamlabs. Command setup. Wait, no way, SimAviator commented on this video. SimAviator used this video as an instruction guide. That's kind of funny that we found him here. Alright. I'm gonna take a look at this. Alright. Alright, here we are on the dashboard. Alright, I've got the dashboard open up right here. Settings. Okay, commands, timers, quotes, queue. Let's see. Betting general user repeat message. Ah, okay, I found it. So settings, repeat message, betting is open for that. Open message, cancel message, win message. Okay. I'm hoping to get MSFS soon, though its physics are said not to be so good. Yeah, the physics are okay, but the ground physics, like the ground model thing, is terrible, in my opinion. It does depend on the aircraft that you're flying, though, and how well they actually modeled their flight model to adapt to the default MSFS flight model. But my experience, it's not so great. All right. Let's see. Profiles. Let's close the betting for this one. Cancel. Edit. Advanced. User timer 300. Send chat notification. Minimum. Maximum duration 300. Actually, let's set maximum to 100. Duration 200. Send chat notification. Okay. Let's see if that works. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna come down here, check my range. About 160 still. 40 miles till JHW. Alright. Okay, let's start it. Let's try this again. It supposedly should work, but we're gonna come down here and check that. Some of the officials who made MSFS physics aren't good because they didn't want to showcase airliner jet crashings, which is odd, as in X-Plane 11's most planes are crashable. That's weird. I'm gonna do bet Airbus 10, bet Airbus 10. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna go over to my dashboard. Let's try with a different way of typing the command. Bet Airbus 10. Let's see if that works. You're talking about crash animations. Basically, MSFS has paid to model those planes in the sim, and the company who makes the planes doesn't want people to look at it and think their plane crashes. Yeah. That's a whole different way to look at it, though. Actually, I think it works in that it just doesn't... I think it just doesn't work like that. I think somebody that is not a moderator has to join the betting thing. Hold on, I'm gonna hop on. Wait, no, I'm not gonna do it. Can anyone else in chat that is not a moderator try out the betting command? I'm gonna start again. There we go. Be right back. Alright. TOD in about 80 miles. We've still got plenty of time left till our descent. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I'm not gonna do that yet. I was gonna set the thing for I was gonna go ahead and get the init ref thing going, but I'm not gonna do that now. So what's our altitude for now? Our altitude is 37,000 feet. We're cruising at 37,000 feet, but we are not going to descend yet. We're going to be descending in about 80 nautical miles. We're turning on Juliet Hotel Whiskey right now. Back? Okay. So as I was saying, I don't think this thing works if you're a moderator. So I am going to try something real quick. I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna choose a different account, and I'm gonna try it and see if it works on. Have to restart my PC 1 sec, no problem. Let's see if it works if I do it and I'm not a mod. Let's see. No, it did not work. So it doesn't have to do if you're a moderator or not. Let's go ahead and cancel the bet real quick. Let's remove the timer, actually. Well, screw this betting thing. We're gonna figure that out later. For now, let's go ahead and focus on the final phase of our cruise. We're approaching our top of descent, so I'm not sure how far specifically. Watching this makes me feel like just starting off a flight right now. That's awesome. I mean, that's the point, basically, to add as much realism as I can. I've been trying to set up a camera for my throttle quadrant, but I can't do that fortunately. Alright, hopefully I don't have to leave again. Okay. We are at Mach 0.77 approximately. I'm not sure. Okay. Well, it's not 40 miles because it's almost on Lima Victor Zulu, right before it and after Maggio. So I think it is about 60 miles. 60 to 70 miles out seems more accurate. Actually, we can come down and see that. Maggio, Stent, Maggio, so like 10. Yeah, about 20 miles. So like 60 miles of difference, I think. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna mute my chat here. No problem. About 40 miles out, we can see Maggio at the very end. So we're not too far. All right. I should definitely do some more what's it called? Like on stream, I should do turnaround, like multiple legs during a flight. Like for example, maybe I could have done Chicago, JFK, JFK down to maybe DCA or something. That would have been pretty cool. Alright, Maggio, we can see there. Not too far from descent. I don't know what if the 80-mile mark is around this area or if it's within the area. Alright, coming down here. Okay, so it's a little bit further off of Maggio, closer to Lima Victor Zulu. So it's not really at a midpoint, it's technically somewhere between both of those. Definitely. Alright, I think we see some default scenery down there. Yeah, it's definitely some default terrain stuff. FMC message, IRS. Huh? IRS nav only? I mean, IRS has been aligned since literally the beginning of the flight, so I don't think that applies. Alright, top of descent in about 40 miles, and right now we can set our init ref page here. We are going to be doing a flaps 30 landing, 125 knots. We're not going to be doing 125 knots. Definitely not. We're going to be doing at least 141, at least, because we don't want to be too low on speed. I've already tried these VREF speeds before, and they're always super low. So I usually just make sure that we're above that. Okay. I'm gonna grab my checklist here on my left hand side. Okay. 30 miles before TOD. Pressurization and landing altitude set. Seatbelt sign auto, recall checked. Actually, let's get that off. For the moment, we don't have any turbulence. Well, no significant turbulence. I mean, we have a tailwind, 144 knots, but it's not really shaking the plane too much. We're fine. Anyways, auto brake set, FMC set, landing data VRF minimums. We're gonna set the auto brakes to 2. And for the landing data, okay, ILS panel frequency and course set, approach briefing completed. Okay. Close this up. Open it back up. There we go. Alright, as you guys can see, we are approaching, I'd say 30 miles, like exactly 30 miles before our top of descent. Not quite 20. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying 30. And actually, I'm gonna set my heading to the course for the ILS. So I'm gonna go heading. I'm actually gonna go down. This thing is a little bit slow. It's kind of doing the 1x1 thing. But we're gonna set it all the way down to 314. There we go. Heading 314. 37,000. Okay. Actually, at about 10 miles, I'm gonna set my, actually 20 miles, 10 or 20 miles, I'm gonna be setting my, there it is, 20 miles. Now I can reset my MCP altitude to 1,800 feet. I think that was my final approach speed on meals, 1,800 feet. Set my altitude mode here. Set it all the way down to 1,800 feet. Alright. Top of descent within 20 miles. So that's my throttle levers are still at toga thrust, so once we deactivate auto throttle, I always have a little bit more speed, like a little bit more thrust. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna speed up a little here. 1,800 feet. Alright, top of descent coming up. 10 miles. No, not yet. Not yet 10. But we've got our MCP altitude reset. Heading. Our external lights are fine. Overhead is fine. Pedestal is fine. So let's go ahead and continue descending down. I could do this, it's much easier than zooming into the EHSI. ECAS. Here we've got our EADI and EHSI. Right. I think, yeah, it's within 10 miles now. Not yet 5, but within 10. So top of descent is coming up, and New York is coming up as well. Less than 80 miles to go for New York City. Top of descent is coming up already in 5. We're gonna go ahead and brief the passengers. See if we can scale this up. Thought we could. Whatever, screw this. Level off, cancel takeoff, seatbelts on, start descent. Alright, top of descent is coming up. There we go. We're going to start pitching down and start descending to flight level, well, 18. Yeah, there we see our speed mark there. I'm going to bring back my speed brakes. Alright, bring them back a little bit more. There we go. That should do it. Let's see, I also like to check sometimes my nearest airports. In my case, I'm not really sure. There's Long Island, there's LaGuardia, there's JFK. So many of them around. Alright, coming upon Lima Victor Zulu here, and after that we're going to go to Geno, Hardy STW, which is Sierra Tango Whiskey, then Lendy, then LGA. Then what follows as well. Let's continue our descent down to New York City. I was about to say LaGuardia. Okay. There we go. Returning right here. Just a short right turn. We're following our lateral navigation path. Sierra Tango Whiskey, Landy, okay. We're approaching our transition. Well, our transition is Landy, but you get what I mean. We're not too far away from it. Less than 40 miles, actually. Drag required. I see the limit there, so I'm going to add a little bit of speed brakes. Still asks us for more speed brakes. Okay, starting descent. Yes, sir. Okay, 28,000 feet. I'm gonna grab METAR as soon as we're at like 20,000. Or 19,000 also does the job. Yeah, let's just do 19,000 for the METAR. Sierra Tango Whiskey at about 20 miles. Let's continue to come down here to New York. Okay, I'm keeping my foot off the pedals right now because I don't really need to fiddle with that now. There we see some land right below. I'm not sure if that's ortho, but we see it. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it could be. So we're already approaching New York. That would make sense. Let's see. Let's check the VATSIM map to see if we have any ATC for New York, like to see what it would have been like if we arrived. We've got LaGuardia departure, but we don't have New York Center online. I think we do have Tower Natus at Chicago, and we do have center and approach at Chicago as well. But yeah, it would have just been ATC for that part of the flight, not really the entire part, like the entire flight. Okay, there it is. Yeah, that's definitely ortho. We're starting to see that a little bit more clearly. So we continue to descend to New York. Alright, how's the weather looking in New York? Let's see, New York. Okay, precipitation 1%. It's actually cloudy, sort of, with sun as of right now. So I think weather in New York is looking pretty nice today. So let's get the METAR up for JFK. Altimeter 29085, temperature 7, winds from the southwest at 6 knots. 240 degrees at SITS, visibility 10 or more miles, 16 plus kilometers, ceiling at 11,000 feet above ground level, broken at 11,000, overcast 13,000 feet. So weather in New York is actually looking a lot nicer than down here at Chicago, for sure. Let's go ahead and continue down. 21,000. We don't really need to set the. We're not yet at our transition altitude. New York City looks quite better than Chicago, which was foggy. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. See some tiles kind of looking a little weird, but, well, not weird, they're just not blending properly. At least this tile. The rest looks fine. New York City is going to be a lot better than Chicago today. A lot better. There is no snow at New York City, and right here at Chicago we do have snow. So, alright, 19,000 feet. We're nearly past transition altitude. I'm going to bring up my checklist if I need that. But we should be fine. Altimeter is going to be set to 29085. Go ahead and refresh that. There we go. It's still 29085, so we can keep going down. With that, 111.35314 set for the ILS panel. LNAV VNAV activated. Autopilot is still on. We're almost at 18,000. We only set the altimeter when we're below 18,000 feet. That's our transition altitude. As you can see, we've got some clouds here. There you can see some more of the New York area. We're not yet really approaching New York. That's coming up over there. We're on Lendy transition nearly, so we're gonna get that range up a tiny little bit. There we see New York. We're gonna make kind of a circle to land towards JFK. Actually, let's see if that changes our decision height. Let's set, okay. Let's set it to 680. Our decision height to 680. Since we will be doing the circle. Let's go ahead and set that over here. There we go. I'm hoping when they bring out X-Plane 12, there's better scenery and weather display. I've seen lots of previews on X-Plane 12, and for what it's looking, it's just amazing. Like we've got snow, we've got all sorts of stuff like that. Clouds look a lot better out of the box. Like, I'm actually really excited to see what they bring out. Because previews don't really compare to the real sim experience. Alright, we're below 18,000. I didn't realize that. Alright, 29er85, 29er85. We're gonna get an out disagree message probably. No, we didn't get an out disagree message. 29er85. There we go. We're breaking through the clouds. There it is. That's Manhattan down there. We're flying over Manhattan. That's Teterboro down there. Let's go ahead and wait till those clouds clear off so that we can take a screenshot. That right there is Teterboro Airport. This sunset looking lighting is looking super nice. Look at that, and that is JFK Airport. It's not looking super foggy in New York like it was in Chicago, but it's sort of looking tiny little bit foggy. Alright, let's continue down. Bring the range down a little bit. Of course, we're gonna go on Zax, do the circle, and land at 3-1 left. I'm gonna bring the range down to 5. We don't require any drag as of right now. There we go. Now we do. Oh, Whoops, accidentally disconnected the autopilot. Let me just engage that. When I mess with the trim wheel, autopilot always disconnects, so that's just an autopilot thing, pretty much. I accidentally touched my trim wheel on my throttle quadrant, so that's why that happened. Alright. Speed brakes are coming back. There we go, we can see a nice view of New York. That looks super nice. One of the only problems I have with that plane right now is that there's only one type of weather, but if there's different weather formats in the upgrade, it'll be very good. Yeah, I think there definitely will. Because I saw, like, with the previews, it all looks super promising right now. I'm really looking forward to buying it. Go ahead and take a screenshot here. This just looks insane. Insanely good. Alright, the weather's clearing out. As you guys can see, no more fog. There's JFK. There's Manhattan. We can take some more screenshots. You know, I'm a very responsible pilot. I'm definitely, like, very responsible, as you guys can already tell. Just taking lots of screenshots instead of focusing on the arrival. That is LaGuardia, I believe. Yeah, that is LaGuardia. So we're at 11,000 feet. We can continue on down. I think we definitely should be lower than that, because that's JFK right above us. But since we're making the circle, that's 3-1 right and 3-1 left is the one over there. And yeah. This weather just looks so nice. We're kind of getting an early sunset because it's winter. But yeah. 10,000, we're continuing down. I'm not sure about this altitude. I actually meant to say climate, not weather. Yeah. Alright, about 78 minutes in. Below 10,000 feet. Landing lights are coming on. Seatbelt signs on. And we're going to brief the passengers for arrival. When we turn off lights and come on. Oh my gosh. I need speed brakes. That's why the aircraft's not descending as quickly. Alright, we're gonna get those out. Alright, we're gonna go flaps 1. I think we can just go flaps 5. Flaps are coming down to 5. Let's make sure that they are at 5. Yes, they are. Speed's coming back. About 170 knots. Flaps 15. They are at 15. I'm not sure. They could be less. Nah, they're at 15. It's just that I'm using my Bravo's flap ATSIs, and I always like to make sure that they're at the correct position. Oh. Go ahead and get the autopilot back on. That's the thing with my trim wheel. Every time I touch it, the autopilot just goes off, which, I mean, it's understandable, but all those movements are accidental, so yeah, I think we're still pretty high to be arriving at JFK. Alright, 7,700 feet. We're almost on meals here. 7,600. The elevation for New York is not significantly high enough to be at this altitude at MSL. We'll be fine. Like, you see the runways, like, right there, we'll be fine. I mean, we are at a significantly lower altitude, so I think we should actually be fine. 6,800 feet. Oops. Let's continue to descend down. I think that is runway 31 left. And you're just gonna get that closed up. Way too high. Flaps 25. It's gonna ask for the gear. 20 actually. Flaps 20. It's descending at a higher rate now. What even is this approach? Just look at this. Alright, we're on meals. We're supposed to be at 1,800 feet right now, but instead we're at 4,600. 4,600 feet. Alright. Screw this. I'm taking over. Auto throttle disarm. Speed's coming back. Speed mode. I'm gonna get VNAV and LNAV. Is there a way to just get rid of that? I'm not sure. Anyways, gear down to increase the drag. I just tried to take off from Seattle and the plane stalled out into a crash. Oh, that sucks. Maybe you rotated before V1. Here I am in this very, very logical descent down to JFK. We have plenty of runway there, so we should be fine. Alright, 2,500. Alright, we can manage to get there. Okay, set the speed to about 147. Shut up. Alright. About 1,000 feet. Continue. Speed brakes. 500 feet. Sort of nighttime looking arrival, kind of, into JFK. Oh my god. Shut up. There we go. Let's see if it's happy now.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Flare a little bit too early. And we floated her out. Nah, screw it. 264 is fine. Speed brakes. Reversers out. Whoops. What are you doing? Improvising. The autopilot was taking us way up. Let's clear him out here. Alright, flaps are coming up. Okay, master caution. Alright, yeah, clear that out. That was a terrible float and a terrible landing, but we'll take it. Welcome to New York. I think a part where we missed was not turning on the approach face, but I was scared that it would catch the localizer early and then just make a weird turn, because it has done that before. Alright, what does that say? Autopilot. Yeah, we turned that. We literally disengaged that. Auto brakes, disarm, FMC message, end of route. Bring up the thrust. APU start. Strobes off. Well, that landing was a little disappointing, but you know, what can I say? The autopilot was 10,000 feet where it should have been at like 5,000 tops. I guess now I learned to turn on the approach face earlier. Why is that our tower view? That's like a runway view. A tower view is pretty screwed up. Well, we're here safely. That's what all that matters. I am planning a long haul for the next stream. I can't tell you guys exactly where, but you'll see. Alright. Here's the gates. The terminal. Right on here. There is no auto gate, I think. I don't think there's any auto gate, so we're gonna have to deal with that. Ah, there we go. That's our tower view. Alright, let's just do this gate here. I think one of the things about the scenery package is that it doesn't have any auto gate, and that is a big no-no. And there we go. We're gonna go ahead and hit the brakes. Throttles are idle. APU generator on, and welcome to New York. Hope you guys enjoyed the flight. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the aircraft down. IRS off, off. Yaw damper off. Center hydraulics, right engine, electric pumps, generator contactors, fuel pumps can come off. Trim air, all that stuff off. Window heat off. Disarm the emergency lights. And let's get our left and right utility bus ties off, APU off, APU gen off, engine blades off, and standby power off, battery off. Alright, so welcome everyone to New York City. Hold on, let me just zoom in there. Hope you guys enjoyed the flight, and I definitely did. Now we're gonna go ahead and check out some replays. I am going to go ahead and see how that. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and roll the replay music. Go ahead and bring it up here. Okay. Holy crap. Look at that float. So much hesitation on that landing. Holy crap. Check this window view. I like this view. Actually, let's speed it up a little bit. Huge float though. Check it out on this side. Floated a lot. I would have preferred a worse landing rate than this landing rate, but actually flared less, honestly. But yeah. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this stream. I hope everyone liked that, and I will be seeing you guys on the next one. Probably a long haul. If not, then I'll plan something else. So yeah. Thank you everyone for coming along, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.